Hello, my hosts, and welcome to another Blender stream. Today we are going to be looking into our Steam Train and doing some final changes and little bits of flexes and alterations to just improve it just that little bit more so we can get it into a state that we can be proud of. Let's jump back to Blender now. So here we have our Steam Train. Things that we want to do. I think we want to increase the amount of texture we have on these bogies. What are they textured as at the moment? Chassis. So we want to put some more sort of information into the chassis so they come out a bit more. We want to do something with these pilots. Let's do the pilot first. New. Let's go to shading. It always does this weird thing where it... There we go. Doesn't zero it in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it color ramp. I'm going to go for orange here. Hello, Sue Loiling. How are you going today? I enjoy all your comments on my streams and other videos. Here we go. Now if we go search for geometry. Go position. Go separate X, Y, Z. And there we go. I am going quite well. Wave texture, actually. Just go like that then. change you. We set it to this one to be constant. We change one of these things to black. Ah! Then it comes out to be all stripy. That's cool. Now, if we go like that, and color, oh, so mix shader, and we pick some sort of grayish thing here. There we go. Ah, Coal9, so now, thank you very much. Yeah, I am actually enjoying how this train is turning out. Now, we go... Void texture, which curiously enough was invented by the same person. Hello, Ziki. Alright. Search. Color ramp. Go for constants again. And scale it slightly. Just want a couple of these blotches. Then if we go texture coordinates here. Ah. Get generated into the vector. It should make no difference. But what we can do, go mix RGB. I think it's linear light and a noise texture. Here we go. That gives the edges a more organic break. That's cool. Now, if we make this a kind of grey, like that, let's roughen this up all the way. So it looks like it's now bits where the paint's flaked off a bit. That looks good. Though, I think I need to adjust the roughness of this paint. I think it should be a bit more rough. And rather than position, I think I should actually be using the texture coordinates to determine that. Looks a bit better. Let's adjust the scale so it... That's better. So basically it's a warning. That you don't want to be in here. And I can justify that its paint scheme doesn't match the rest. That sort of like tells us that sort of tells a narrative in the rest of the so like environmental storytelling could be that this cowcatcher was added as a later addition, so that's why it's sort of out of keeping with the rest of our thing. Cowcatcher / pilot. Now, let's go. What are we going to do? Hello, cultist. Doors and corners to you as well. Let's move for here. Train buffer. All right. Images. Oh, they look mostly black and grey. Okay. Well, that's easy enough to do. Object mode. Does that select all of them, or? Right. And we'll just also, while we're here, change that name to forward buffer. New. Okay. Assign it to be a slight greyish colour. Roughen it up a bit. I am thinking select the front. And we make that black. Or actually dark grey. We smooth it down a bit. So here is, we'll call that one buffer body. And buffer head. All right. Shading mode. Yeah, that looks good. Can do the same thing over here. get you to buffer body. Set that one to buffer head, assign. There we go. So what are we missing? What isn't painted now? Is there anything that's obviously needs development? Well, we need to do something around here. Because that's not that realistic. And got the gears out of phase correctly. Realized that as this rotates, it would clip through here, which is kind of wrong. I've also noticed that a lot of trains have a sort of like a walkway along there to allow the engineer to get access to the front of the boiler. Also probably boilerplate over there. So let's just adjust this then. So chassis. Just trying to decide what exactly to do with that. Because obviously this isn't going to work. Now, I think I'll decide on that a little bit later. Because I want to... Actually, first things first, let's see how it looks like. Oh, the light. That was what I wanted to do. Oh. So, headlight. I'll add... Why didn't the cursor move to the selected spot? Cursor to selected. Oh. What we need to do first is move medium point. Need to change the origin of view. Object. How do I change its origin? Set origin. Origin to center of mass. That's better. I go cursor to selected. That's better. Add light. Spotlight. We move the spotlight so it's pointing out. There it goes. Select this. Going to take away that cap there. So select that cap there. Faces. Good. Actually, undo that. Sort of a better way to do it. Put a bevel on this. And segments. Whole lot of them. And we go shading. Oops, no, no. Go face. Shade smooth. Okay. New. Call you light. White lens, assign that. Set you to be emissive. It is going pretty good. So assign that there. Go. That. We'll assign you. Assign you to the same red trim. Ah! It is going good. Thank you, Spectra. And thank you. I am quite happy with how much the train has progressed. Finally, we can select the back of this. Oh, we don't want it to be glowing white. Assign that. The chassis grey colour. So, yeah. Can't be here for long, so I hope you have a nice rest of your stream. Thank you very much. Also, I'll set the alpha of the light bit to 50%. I think that'll allow us to sort of like look through it when it gets rendered. Let's switch to rendered mode. Yep. That looks pretty good. That's going to look weird if we go inside it. Oops. Surprised I can't see. Oh. Like that. Can sort of see in through the window. Can also see how, if you look that close, you can see how wonky my brush strokes are. Yeah. But I think that gives sort of a good, it's a good train looking shape. What I want to do next, first make sure we got this saved. Oh, it's taking a little bit of time to save. Cool. Going to create a new scene. In the dark void. I'm going to create another object. This is actually going to be for a This is going to be for a upcoming, not stream, video. So I want to save that image like that. Yeah, I'm probably going to be doing a video on steam injectors at some point, so I would like to make a model of a steam injector, which is a part of a train. So image, reference, downloads, injector. Right. So we have, let's start with the various parts. There's got to be a lot of cylinders in this. So also go for solid mode. Rotate you around the x-axis by 90 degrees. And we'll go adjust our size and whatever in here. Select that. Let's go. I like to wrangle the size in edit mode like this, because then I don't have to worry so much about adjusting scaling factors. Actually, wireframe, select all, we scale adjust this down. I think it's by this one. Nope. Where's the little... Where's the green tab? Oh, there it is. So we get it round about the same. Size as that. Move it down so it's centered properly. There we go. We start basically by cutting and adjusting the various parts of this until they sort of conform. So, loop cut. Got one there. We'll shrink that down. Then a loop cut here. Loop cut there. And a cut there. Now, select all of those, and that's gone weird on me. Now, can I do this right? Normal. Extrude. Can I extrude freely or along an axis? I can't extrude inwards. Okay. So what I should do, rather than that, go loop cut up against that edge, up against that edge. Select all the faces in here. And then shrink it. There we go. Why is it twisting? It's not supposed to be twisting. Oh, I should have it set as global. That's better. Oops, too much. Yeah, that's just enough. And then we can do this again over here. Like that. Like that. Select along that axis. And we go. Shrinkage again. Don't know if this is the proper way of doing it, but it seems to work for me. There. And one last adjustment. Select all of that there. Shrink that down. Now if we go select all of you there. And shrink it again because I got the right. So that's the main body of it. Got a tube coming along. They want Mark 10. Let's give it them. Hop out of object mode. So we've got the steam pipe. That's the pipe off to the boiler with the non-return valve. There we go. I do enjoy the KSP stuff. So I've got to add cylinder. It's in the right orientation, so we'll just move it around now. Up you go. Across you go. Actually, object mode. Move it around in object mode. Make sure it's all lined up. Mode. We will scale you. The whoops. The ESA juice mission on yesterday stopped by the weather and tonight might have another try. I haven't been following the European Space Agency work that much. So what have they been up to? What's their what is the current goal of the juice mission? Got that one. We'll move that down so it joins in. And like that. Loop cut out here. We then can select all of that there, if we can. Cool. We will expand it out. And then we'll try and bevel it so it gets that same sort of curve there. All right. Scale. Like that. I should have probably doubled it, but that's fine. Oh! Sending a mission to check, is there life in the oceans under the ice surfaces of Jupiter's moons? That is really cool. That didn't work. Okay. All right. Just sort of experimenting. Imagine if we found a fish there. Or even microbial life. Which is slightly more probable, but... I'll bring this in. Let's undo all of this. There we go. Because we can... What we need to do is a double loop cut. And then we expand. All right, let's go. There we go. Hello, Ishin. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I'm going quite well at the moment. Now, let's see if we can bevel this. Ah, that's better. This is Blender, which is a 3D image software. Which allows you to sort of like create image 3D objects. There. I am Australian. And what we are making at the moment is a water injector for a steam engine. Move that down a bit so it's fully submerged into there. We're basing it off this patent design, patent diagram. That's the word I was trying to think of. It's coming there. That's the tube that steam comes in through. What we can do is cheat a bit. Make a copy. Rotate it by 180. If I can use the keyboards right. Move myself down. And that's the pipe the water comes in through. We can duplicate it again. All right. Like that. That's that button. We select everything over here. Select that. Oh. Like undo that. So I just want to select that base, and we move it up. There. If we select just this line, we make that the center. Select this base now. Go spin. I want it to be spinning around the Y. I want to have it spinning around the X-axis. We can make it curve out like that. So, minus 75. There we go. We switch to that. Set you to normal. We have the overflow valve coming out like that. Although, switch out of edit mode, we're going to move this slightly back so it doesn't sort of interfere with this construct there. We click on you. We select this front bit here. Insert face. Where's the... Oh, I just grabbed this. We come in. Actually, we've got to extrude this one out. Like that. We do the same trick that we did before. Select something on the top. Cursor to selected. Select the face again. And we spin it out. And it goes around the wrong axis for some reason. Select up there. That's better. Not sure why it had the wrong spot for the cursor, because the cursor gives the pivot point of where the turn happens. Oh, we're in normal mode. Global. There we go. Ah. Perhaps not. Just move the cursor up slightly. Now when we spin it, that's more like it. Can slide sort of this tube up to here. Gotta go loop cut that way. We select the top again, because we're going to expand it out so it joins up to like that. This goes into our scaling. Like that. Then if we extrude out, that does it. You can pinch it off there and there. I'm going to have to bevel these as well. So select like that. And scale this in. Oops. If we're going to scale it in properly, we're going to have to do double loop cuts. Right. There we go. I have no idea if this is the right way of doing these things, but it is a way that works for me. Oh, that's wrong. All right. kind of weird. Oh yeah, it's got to be the blue one. That is good. Now if we select you for the bevel treatment. Actually, and we'll have to adjust the shape of that. With type offset width. Can I set the angle? Depth. Oh. Undo that. Not sure amount of bevel I need to add. Actually, that's completely straight. It's this bit that gets beveled. That makes it better. So say 5 segments. Whoa. We do the same thing here. And finally here. I think that's pretty accurate for the outside. We will have to do the insides, but we can do that. We will do that on another stream. So let's head back to my main room. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me company as I worked on my steam train and steam injector parts. Tomorrow, I am going to be doing a stream. Let's check my schedule. Of Factorio. So, more trains and more mass production. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in this stream. If it's your first time watching, please consider subscribing. And thank you very much. I hope to see you later. Goodbye.